The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on 3rd down. Fields.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
For the Bears at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Now a throw here, hauled in. Fields to Mooney for the Chicago 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Fields throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It's a gain of 4 that time, and that leads to a Chicago first down.
Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Fields.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Why is he on that? He's my captain on that. That's stupid as fuck.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Well, this defense for the Panthers very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Here's Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
Here's Beckham.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Panthers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. 21-0 our score after 1.
Man, that shit hurt.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Fields now to throw.
Oh, what?
Looking left side, and it's complete.
He has a big gain.
I had no adjustments
before being dropped. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On first down, it's Fields.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Panthers force the turnover.
God damn,
They'll
that's
take
nice.
over at their own 27. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Soft-ass nigga.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, they'll throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Trap 60.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Yo, wow.
His body and it's
Okay,
intercepted. And the Bears will take over here at their
Get
own
the
12-yard
fuck
line.
out of here,
He's
man.
certainly not not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of
game.
times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception.
Piss me off, man. I mean, that fucking ball hit this man in the face. For a peak, bro.
How much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last
Oh, you ain't blocked the nigga, bro?
Down right at the 15-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They snap it to Fields.
Oh, that's man.
It's complete.
And he is going to have the Bears first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To throw is Fields.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Bro, what are you doing knocking the ball down?
Down to 15 seconds now. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Here's Blake Gillikin now. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Ready?
They'll throw now on the final play. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Hands it off out of the gun. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On first down, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Panthersons are going to take over
I love
at their
it.
own 28-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there. And there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
They find some open field here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
60 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's such a bad read. Good job by you.
And the Bears are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
I'm going to throw.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A very solid gain of 27.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
We're glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Damn good ass throw
Did
to
he
the
keep his feet
outside.
in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky is not lying.
God damn.
That's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. And now here is another interception.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some.
And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Panthers.
Somebody
And they will take
That's
over
what I'm
at the
talking
26-yard line.
Like
But
that
partner, I
shit.
think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. That's out to the left and complete. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me to actually do that. In this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run. That was a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, they'll try to
running 3 straight times. Everything all
with
good.
a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 29-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 11 yards there, 1st down.
5 plays, all looking like.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be well short of a 1st down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Psych.
The Panthers take over first down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And they'll begin by running the option.
This kid is so
And he will
right.
lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now he'll try to run with this. And that play is blown, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Carolina, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me